Ever wondered why Shaolin Masters are tough opponents to conquer, or what motivates them to pursue solitude in temples or mountains for years or months? You're in the correct place with this video. We will explore the Shaolin Masters' famed early lives, encompassing strict training, an unyielding diet, and the remarkable powers they cultivated from it. So, ensure you view the whole video to uncover unknown facts about a Shaolin Master. Here are now 15 reasons why beating a Shaolin Master is a challenge. Number 15. Education, Shaolin Masters. Shaolin Masters dedicate their lives to rigorous training, beginning early to become skilled. Every young novice at the temple engages in an education steeped in traditional Chinese culture and Buddhism, along with multifaceted tasks to keep the temple in prime condition. By doing so, they learn manifold lessons. From childhood, endurance training and physical exercises are integral, something that would be lethal and nearly unthinkable for an untrained individual. In contrast to modern children, who often pass their time wandering, playing, or consuming unhealthy snacks, Shaolin monks invest their early years embracing trees tightly, attempting to yank them out, and contorting themselves into risky stances. These actions lead to unique dexterity and suppleness, with peculiar practices like striking their necks with sticks. Though the initial training may seem preposterous, it sets a formidable challenge for foes in combat. Their early expertise in hand-to-hand fighting has multiple tiers, overshadowing typical Western children's boasts about monkey bars or cartwheels. Future Shaolin Masters, meanwhile, can effortlessly perform such feats. 14. Strict diet. When considering the intense training of Shaolin Masters, the immediate question that arises is their diet. The Shaolin Masters adhere to a conventional yet extraordinary diet, superior and distinctive compared to others. Aligned with strict Buddhist principles, they indulge in a simple but robust cuisine, awe-inspiring in its humility. The Shaolin monks lead a disciplined life, commencing each day at 5:30 a.m. with chanting, a practice alien to typical children. A vegetarian diet, symbolic of future success, contributes to their longevity and vigor, reflecting Buddhist virtues of peace, purity, and simplicity, intrinsic to their monastic existence. Unlike sports or pleasure-focused lives, spirituality governs a Shaolin monk's lifestyle. This diet would be foreign and rejected by modern children, who'd rather opt for pizza or chicken nuggets. The monks' traditional fare includes grains, vegetables, and fruits from the temple's gardens, breaking their fast with 8 treasures bean soup at 6 a.m., followed by lunch at 11:30 a.m. with tofu, rice, and assorted vegetables. Dinner at 5:30 p.m. features noodles with black or yellow wheat bread, adhering to their strict regimen. They refrain from tea or other beverages during meals for better digestion and limit dairy, meat, fish, or eggs. Rich in the mineral strontium, their vegetable-heavy diet might explain their strength. With high fiber, low fat, and ample protein, the Shaolin diet minimizes the risk of diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and cancer, earning recognition as one of the healthiest diets available. Number 13. Fearlessness is a defining trait of Shaolin Masters. Fear, which often acts as a barrier to our progress and hampers our passions and fulfillment in life, is something that Shaolin Masters learn to conquer. Since mastering the art of overcoming fear is seen as a potent tool, children are instructed in this from a young age. Master Dejan, for instance, epitomizes one who has triumphed over fear. He has been studying and practicing at Shaolin Shan Yui, situated at the peak of Shaoxi Mountain in China's Henan province, a spot that rests 1,512 meters above sea level. Here, at the edge of a sheer cliff, Master Dejan exercises martial arts. Despite the life-threatening risk of falling, he opts for this hazardous location to cultivate balance within his heart and maintain a regular practice. While many might be overwhelmed with fear in such situations, his emotions stand firm. Once gripped by the terror of death, he must grapple with this fear to surmount it. Walking on the cliff's edge, facing and dealing with his fears, he then releases them. This process forms the golden rule in defeating fear. Shaolin Master Shi Hangya elaborates, stating that although our minds have the power to create positive experiences, they can also induce fear. Understanding that fear resides merely in our minds enables us to regain control. The secret lies in shifting to a positive mindset, rather than allowing fear to escalate. Number 12. Raise their body temperatures. Ever been curious if it's possible to warm oneself merely with thoughts? While it might seem ludicrous, monks have been known to genuinely elevate their body temperature through mental focus alone. In a remote Buddhist monastery in northern India, many monks sit comfortably, casually dressed, unfazed by the startlingly cold environment. They seem indifferent to conditions that would make an ordinary person quiver violently or even perish. How is this feat achievable? They practice a specific form of yoga called Tumo amid snow-capped mountains, where their body temperatures soar during meditation focus, sometimes increasing by as much as 17 degrees Fahrenheit over hours. Each monk must immerse 3 sheets in cold water, then drape them over their shoulders as they meditate. The victor is the one who dries the most sheets before sunrise, amidst other contests held in the frigid Himalayan nights. Though it may seem dubious, Harvard cardiologist Herbert Benson dispelled these doubts, revealing that Tibetan monks possess incredible control over oxygen intake, body temperatures, and even brain waves. During meditation, a monk's body can generate enough heat to dry cold, damp sheets placed on his shoulders in a chilled room. A 2013 study by Maria Kuznikov substantiated many of Benson's earlier findings, including practitioners' ability to raise body temperatures to feverish levels through imagery and targeted breathing techniques. Now, the thought-provoking realization. Imagine if we could elevate our body's temperature with our minds, potentially cutting down on heating bills significantly. Number 11. The iron head technique, involving the breaking of objects, has long been a hallmark of many martial arts traditions. Metal distinguishes itself among other materials for this specific skill. For the average individual, smashing an iron bar or running an electric drill over the head would seem unthinkable, if not impossible. But for Shaolin monks, such feats are part of everyday practice. Shaolin students commence this training by repeatedly striking their heads against walls, cushioned by layers of soft fabric to protect against brain injury. The aim of this rigorous exercise is to bolster the student's internal energy and ki by toughening the head's top, forehead, and back, reinforcing the skin, muscles, and bones. As training progresses, the frequency and intensity of the blows increase. Every 100 days after the initial year, 3 fabric layers are removed. When all layers are gone, students advance to the next training phase, where they start battering their bare heads against stone walls. Their regimen extends to sleeping in headstands, clashing skulls, and attempting to shatter stone slabs. Gradually, this pressure alters the shape of the skull's bones. An incredible feat includes running an electric drill beside the head for 10 seconds without even puncturing the skin, as demonstrated by Shaolin Kung Fu Master Zhao Rui. In Shaolin combat, this iron head technique serves as an extraordinary method to overpower opponents. Number 10. Throwing needle. Among the incredible feats of endurance and power performed by the Shaolin monks, an ancient Chinese order, one stands out as particularly astonishing, though it might be less familiar to many: breaking glass with a mere needle. You might find yourself questioning, can glass truly be shattered by just tossing a needle at it? Shaolin monks indeed possess this extraordinary ability, which is one of the Shaolin 72 arts. The needle-through-glass technique takes over a decade to master and requires focusing one's energies to throw a slender needle through glass as if it were a dart. This seemingly inconceivable act by the Shaolins has been captured by a powerful slow-motion device. In a web video, the slow-mo guys are observed positioning a balloon behind a piece of glass. A Shaolin monk gathers his strength, hurls a needle resembling a dart at the glass, and astoundingly, it breaks through and pops the balloon. While it sounds fantastic, this skill might be viewed as an unorthodox tactic in combat, yet it remains a testament to the extraordinary capabilities of the Shaolin monks. Number 9. The diamond finger technique is a distinct Shaolin practice where masters train every part of their bodies, including their fingertips, to attain power comparable to tree branches. From an early age, they press against wooden planks and trees to fortify their fingers, and as training advances, they initiate heavy strikes, building a remarkable amount of strength in both hands and fingers. Once mastered, these fingers can undertake more formidable skills like the one-finger handstand or the famed diamond finger. This diamond finger technique, one of the most complex and remarkable skills learned in Chinese martial arts, involves training the fingers to become lethal weapons in themselves. It's part of hard qigong, an exercise form designed to make the body highly resistant to traumatic impact. The training involves extracting rusted nails, striking trees until a hole can be torn in the bark with a single blow, and pounding stones until they disintegrate. A skilled practitioner of the diamond finger technique can utilize a single finger to penetrate an opponent's chest in battle, inflicting damage on internal organs. An instance of this extraordinary ability was demonstrated by former Shaolin monk Hai Dang when he performed a one-finger handstand, showcasing his diamond finger mastery. It's a profound example of the discipline, strength, and precision that characterizes Shaolin training, transforming the human body into an incredible instrument of power and control. Number 8. Walking on water might seem like a feat reserved for legends, but it is an actual practice among masters of the Shaolin Temple, a skill that would undoubtedly seem bizarre to ordinary people. Through refining their light body technique, Shaolin monks can achieve this extraordinary accomplishment. As part of their strict training regime, young monks must walk around the edge of a bowl full of water while carrying backpacks. Gradually, water is removed, and more weight is added, enhancing their balance and strength. This practice enables them to walk on water, hang on delicate branches without snapping them, and even tread on grass without causing it to bend. The act of running on water differs significantly from running on land, as it requires the exertion of all energy to maintain balance while moving forward without any solid support. This would make running or standing on water seemingly impossible. Yet one Shaolin monk, named Shi Liliang, has achieved this impossibility. Shi Liliang performed the feat of running on 200 plywood planks placed over a reservoir, covering 125 meters and setting a world record. To accomplish this extraordinary task, he had to move quickly and step incredibly lightly, utilizing these floating plywood boards. This was not his first successful attempt, as his latest crossing of 125 meters broke his previous record of 118. The intriguing question surrounding the ability to walk on water is whether it is an acquired skill or an innate requirement. If it's the latter, swimming would indeed present a challenge. Regardless, this unique skill stands as a testament to the Shaolin monks' intense training, discipline, and mastery over the physical realm. Number 7. Superhuman. The Shaolin monks are renowned for their superhuman strength, remarkable flexibility, and an astounding ability to endure pain. Beyond these unique abilities, their muscular development is so advanced that it grants them a formidable edge in combat, making them nearly unbeatable. The path to this extraordinary power lies in their commitment to Chan Buddhism, a specific form of Buddhism that intertwines mental Chan with physical Quan. Practicing these disciplines throughout their lives enables monks to control the qi, energy force, within them through intense meditation. Living out this principle demands tremendous discipline and awareness, allowing monks to transcend physical sensations, such as pain. Witnessing the young monks wrap their entire bodies around tree trunks and sustain that pose for hours on end is not only a mesmerizing sight, but also one that challenges our understanding of human capabilities. The notion that a person could bend and remain in such extreme positions for extended durations seems nearly inconceivable. Shaolin monks are capable of performing feats that appear impossible to most people, like shattering concrete blocks with their bare hands. A particularly chilling demonstration of their prowess is their ability to hang by their necks without choking. Such achievements are not mere tricks, but the result of hours of practice every day, requiring immense effort, rigorous training, and mental strength. This combination of incredible flexibility, high pain tolerance, and exceptional strength has solidified the Shaolin monks' reputation as supreme Buddhist fighters. Their unique blend of physical and spiritual mastery continues to awe and inspire, providing a glimpse into what can be achieved through relentless dedication and profound spiritual insight. Number 6. Iron crotch. Have you ever heard of it? It was unfamiliar to me as well, but it turns out to be a unique training method within the discipline of body hardening or iron body kung fu. This practice is far from typical and can even be considered extreme. Unlike ordinary martial arts, Iron crotch kung fu involves purposefully targeting the body's most sensitive areas with intense strikes. The apparatus used for this painful technique consists of a log with a steel plate covering one end. This log is lifted into the air and swung directly at the practitioner's crotch or genitals while they stand with legs spread wide. Successfully executing this seemingly torturous exercise requires significant meditation, controlled breathing, and mental discipline. The objective is to strengthen both body and mind, and mastery of the iron crotch technique involves subjecting oneself to self-inflicted injury while employing specialized breathing techniques. However, iron crotch kung fu is more than just enduring blows to the body's most vulnerable areas. It also encompasses various attack strategies and defenses against pressure, pain, or strikes to other sensitive parts. In the town of Juntun, just outside the historical Chinese capital, the iron crotch practice has been part of the martial arts tradition for centuries. Wing Chun is another well-known martial art in this region. Unfortunately, iron crotch kung fu has steadily declined in popularity over time. Once a community of around 200 dedicated practitioners, only 5 individuals continue to keep this extraordinary art alive. The invention of this technique served a crucial purpose: to protect against what could be lethal blows in combat by desensitizing the body's most delicate areas. Despite its unorthodox nature, iron crotch kung fu reflects the profound understanding and mastery of the body that characterizes traditional Chinese martial arts. Number 5. Iron shirt. Iron shirt cleans the bone marrow and strengthens the muscles, tendons, bones, nerves, and cells. The Shaolin Masters have spent countless years conditioning their bodies to endure blows from projectiles of various shapes and sizes. They forcibly massage the covered portions of their back stomach and their chest after wrapping them in a few layers of soft fabric. They then create a small trench underneath of a horizontal bar that's hung outside before filling it with fine sand. For 3 years, the monks train by hanging from the horizontal bar by their arms and plunging to the ground using every part of their bodies. When they're ready, they then take the layers of soft cloth off and begin hammering the entire body first with a wooden hammer. And then with an iron one, the monks use iron techniques to give themselves the capacity to withstand powerful strikes by focusing their chi's inner force and directing strength to the area that's being struck. Some of the methods, like routines and sleeping on a bed of nails, are absurd, and iron shirt experts can protect themselves from powerful assaults with sturdy, even sharp weapons. Number 4. Iron bowl. The extremely severe technique known as iron bowl is equally as brutal as the other ones on this list. Scraping one's stomach is the first step in this training, initially using the fingers and palms and then blades. Now, if you believe that to be the end, you are gravely incorrect. They then continue scraping with a knife after the skin becomes hard, and then strike it hard in the core. Hammers are utilized once they're no longer in pain. Burst with wood and then with iron, there are more sophisticated training techniques, such as knocking a bell, in which a monk takes a blow from a battering ram that's made of a log that weighs hundreds of kilograms. It's said that practitioners of the iron bowl technique can take blows, cuts, and even stabs to the stomach, all without breaking their skin. Number 3. Expanding awareness. Shaolin monks are not just incredibly resilient and robust with a little bit of practice using their chi, they can also strengthen their vision once they've received a thorough training. They can then use their eyeballs in an arc of at least 180 degrees effectively, giving them the appearance of having eyes on the back of their head. The practitioner may do vision training, and they also assert that they can intensely and immediately project chi by detecting the slightest movement very rapidly and perceiving colors more vividly after receiving defocused eyes, which seems impossible. Although it is innate, developing it will require a lot of practice, hard work, and perseverance, speed, and agility. Number 2. The Shaolin monks have a long-standing tradition of preserving secretive techniques. Basic kung fu practices and routines, though simple in appearance, play an essential role in building their unique abilities. By focusing on exercises that increase joint flexibility and the suppleness of the rear legs, Shaolin monks develop an extraordinary source of energy. These attributes make them incredibly swift and agile. They can generate tremendous power when jumping and transitioning between dynamic stances. Such base kung fu techniques are more than just physical exercises. They are tools for nurturing mental fortitude and integrating it with physical strength. The cumulative result of years of effort, endurance, patience, and dedication in honing their key energy and reinforcing their bodies might not be immediately apparent. However, through this rigorous training process, a Shaolin Master eventually emerges who possesses lethal proficiency in both offense and defense, coupled with an extraordinary physical and intellectual mastery of their craft. Number 1. Pain threshold. For humans, the experience of pain is both fundamental and unavoidable. The point at which a person begins to detect or sense a stimulus as painful is referred to as the pain threshold. Shaolin monks, through their incredible and seemingly painless feats, often defy this concept. Their achievements are sometimes mistakenly dismissed as stunts, fabrications, special effects, or hoaxes. However, what underlies these feats is a profound commitment involving years of effort, endurance, patience, and dedication in honing their energy and fortifying their bodies. Shaolin monks strike trees with their fingers to build tremendous strength and bash their heads against one another to harden their skulls. They execute these actions with complete ease, racing up and down stone stairways on all fours without wearing out. So what allows them to accomplish these feats? Their pain threshold, a crucial aspect of their abilities, serves as a powerful weapon. They perceive pain as a natural part of their bodies and don't feel it during their frequent meditation. Since their entry into the monastery, every day has been filled with training, both mental and physical. By learning to control the qi energy through the practice of qigong, they develop an incredible pain threshold and superhuman endurance. Qigong, a traditional Chinese exercise and healing method, combines breathing exercises, meditation, and physical movement. Through these practices, the Shaolin monks can release tension, heal wounds, and sharpen their minds, making them as adept mentally as they are physically in their seemingly violent techniques.